What's up, guys? It's your boy Zowoki back out with some more crime content. But today we're going to take a look at Miss Christina Randall. Very great YouTube channel. She does her homework. She knows what she's talking about. But I've been wanting to look into this case of Carly Gregg, the little 14-year-old girl that murdered her mother for the weirdest, dumbest reasons ever. And now she's put behind bars for life at 14. We're going to be watching the 14-year-old charged with killing her mother right here, right now. But before we go any further, if you guys could do me a solid favor and subscribe to the YouTube channel by hitting that white bar icon down the bottom right. Hit that bell icon next to it. So when I do post videos like this one, you guys will get that little ring notification that Zowoki myself has posted that video. And then you guys can watch, comment, like, and share. And also make sure you guys go over to Miss Christina Randall. Go give her some love by subscribing, commenting, liking, sharing. You know the deal. Watch her old stuff. Watch the new stuff. Great YouTube channel. Definitely do enjoy her stuff. And with that being said, let's get into the video.
I just want to let you guys know that this video is for educational purposes only. Please remember.
It is educational and entertainment purposes only. We only watch these to figure out the minds of the murderers and to figure out what's going on, how to prevent that hopefully in the future. And you guys get the deal. So again, with that being said, let's get into it.
Remember to be kind to everybody everywhere in your everyday life, in your home, in the grocery store, and especially in the comment section down below.
Everywhere.
Please do not show hate to anybody, anywhere.
She's such a sweet woman.
So good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing today? I hope you all are having an amazing day. I hope you all are having a wonderful week. I hope everybody's feeling good. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about a situation that happened this year, 2024. Before we get into it though, I did want to let you guys know, if you don't already know, hi, my name is Christina. I do have a second channel, which is Casually Christina. We just do things way more casually over there. I also have a Patreon. My Patreon's for 18 and up. And over there, we talk about more personal stuff. We go live over there. And there is a $2 tier for all the true crime stuff that cannot go onto YouTube due to their terms and policies. That goes over on my Patreon under the $2 tier. Just make sure you read the full about section and what each tier offers before you join. I also am on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, and I'm now on Like to Know It. And Like to Know It is a platform that I use where I post all of the links to some of my favorite things or things that I like or things that you guys ask about, like this pink shirt, these earrings, nail polishes that I use, workout gear, furniture. I even got a little basket. I'll put a little video right here.
Whole bunch of stuff. Go check her out.
To go on. Let me tell y'all about Carly, okay? Carly lived in Rankin County, Mississippi. So
I know like the little gritty part of this case. I know that she was convicted. I know that she had banged her mom. And when I say that, I mean with a, you know what, the G word. I just don't understand what it would take for that to happen. I've never thought about doing that to my parents, let alone anybody ever. So I can't get, and this girl, I've seen clips on TikTok that she was smiling, and then when she was read her guilty verdict, it was not good. She was crying, but it's like, what do you think was going to happen? You were going to get released?
Let me tell you all about Rankin County first. So back in 2020, Rankin County, Mississippi had a population of about 157,000 people, which is a good, decent size. I think it's actually part of multiple different cities or towns. Jackson, Mississippi is part of Rankin County, and then there's other ones as well. This Rankin County actually makes up Mississippi's fourth most populated county. Even so, it still has like a bunch of rural areas as well. Rankin County is about 20 miles east of Jackson, and it is known for its outdoor and its recreational activities since it's surrounded by national forest, a 33,000 acre man-made reservoir, and the second largest river in the state, which is the Pearl River. The county itself is named after Christopher Rankin, who was a Mississippi congressman that served back in 1819 all the way to 1826. Now, according to famousfix.com, Leanne Rimes, who is known for like her country music.
I haven't heard that name in forever.
She's also known to be an actress. She is from this part of Mississippi as well as a former NBA player named Eric Washington, and the youngest living Medal of Honor recipient, who a lot of us know as Kyle Carpenter. There's quite a few other people from this famousfix.com that is from that area in Mississippi, but there is just 3 people to spit out to you guys. So that brings us to now Carly Gregg, who was living in Rankin County, Mississippi. Carly Gregg was 14 years old, and she was living there with her mother, who is a 47-year-old woman named Ashley Smylie, and her stepfather, a 38-year-old man named Heath Smylie. Now, Carly was a sophomore at Northwest Rankin High School, and Carly's mother, Ashley, was a teacher who taught math.
The main questions I have: where did she get the gun? Was it locked up? Why, if it was found by her, why was it loaded? And yeah, those 3 things. Lock up your weapons. Put the ammo somewhere else. Like, I know there was people in my comments one time that I think it was, what case was it? There's another case where I said, oh, it was the school shooting that just happened not too long ago. And I said something about lock up your weapons and lock up your ammo in separate locations. They're like, well, we shouldn't have to do that if we buy. Like, if you have kids and you have weapons, to be safe at a maximum level of 100%, I suggest you buy 2 different safes. You lock them up. You put the guard inside the lock inside the finger. You put the one that goes through the barrel. You put the weapon inside the safe. You put the key somewhere else. Like, you go all and beyond to try to protect your children from one, protect yourself, and protect others. And it's like, how hard is it? And it shocks me every single time. And they're just like, oh, we could have done better, or we could have changed this outcome by locking the, yeah. You know how many people will sit there and talk about gun safety, or YouTubers like myself or all the other ones that are out there that say lock up your weapons?
Math at that same high school as well, and she was named New Teacher of the Year in 2022. And everything that I've seen online about Miss Ashley Smylie, Carly's mom, again, the teacher at the high school, has been all wonderful things. Like, everybody says she was the kindest teacher. And I know that especially in high school, those really kind teachers, they stand out and people remember them.
I remember I had a couple of teachers that I enjoyed, and one was Mrs. Jurgensen, a couple of high school teachers that I enjoyed, Mr. Torres, and so forth. So the ones that go above and beyond definitely make you feel like important in life.
Nevertheless, Carly herself had been described as an exceptional student who was very well behaved and had no criminal record. Now, Carly actually skipped, it was either the 3rd grade or the 4th grade. The reporting is not quite clear on that. So she was already ahead a year, and she was even Student of the Month and Student of the Year at one point. Now, it's not quite clear why, but Carly had been put on prescription medications, including the antidepressant Lexapro. But in March, she changed to a different medication. A week later, after switching from Lexapro to this new medication, something terrible happened. On March 19th of this year, 2024, Carly's stepfather, Heath, called 911 to report that there had been a shooting. When the officers arrived at the home, they found Carly's mother, Ashley, deceased, and Heath, the stepfather, was bleeding, and he had a gunshot wound to his shoulder. Heath told the...
Because I heard that Carly had done the deed on the mother, went to the kitchen, sat down, called or texted the stepfather so he could come and get whatever. I'm trying not to say it because I don't want YouTube to strike me or whatever have you. So it just, I still want to know the motive.
Investigators, when they got there, that when he arrived home, he found his wife, Ashley, deceased on the floor in her daughter Carly's room. And when he turned around, he saw Carly, his stepdaughter, standing there in the kitchen holding this firearm. He said that when he looked at Carly in the eyes, her eyes looked really big, like she had just seen a demon. Now, I'm picturing this. This is a stepfather. He arrives home. His wife is on the floor. He's probably panicked. He turns around. He sees his stepdaughter, who is this exceptional student and all of that, staring at him, pointing this at him with these big eyes, looking not normal. And the next thing you know, Heath said that Carly fired 3 shots, all aimed at him. 2 of them missed him, and 1 of them got him in the shoulder. Ashley had been hit, however, and that was 2 times in the head. He said that he immediately began wrestling Carly for the weapon, and he was able to take it away from her. Carly then ran out of the house, and she jumped over the backyard fence and just took off. Now, after the police began to look for her, they were circling the neighborhood. I even heard some of the neighbors do interviews and say that the cops told the people in the neighborhood, stay in the house, there's somebody on the loose. So everybody's going in their houses and locking their doors, not knowing exactly what's going on. After the police tracked her down by helicopter, Carly...
But again, why was the weapon accessible?
Was caught by them about a half an hour later, and she was about a half of a mile away down the road. This picture shows Carly being led to the police car in handcuffs. Now, originally
14.
She was taken to juvenile, again, 14 years old. But at some point, they decided that they were going to charge her as an adult, and she was charged with murder.
I think if the act that is taken, if it is child or not, you do the crime, you do the time, even if it's a crime as an adult. There are people that have discrepancies up in the air because some people do believe that there are ones that can be changed or saved or talked to or whatever have you. But if that person has the thoughts of the K word, then they're always going to have that possibility thought in their head. Which is scary to say the least.
For what happened to her mother and attempted for what she allegedly did to her stepfather. Carly went in and she pled not guilty, and she was given a $1 million bond. Now, I don't...
Not guilty? She pulled the trigger?
I don't know how true this is because, again, everything is still innocent until proven guilty. But I did see online that allegedly when she was taken into the jail, that when she was given the paper for the bond, allegedly she said, oh, so you can kill a person, pay a lot of money, and still get out? I don't know if it's true or not, but...
Who has $1 million?
That's the word going around on the internet. At Carly's preliminary hearing, and just after she turned 15 this year, an investigator actually got up and testified that there was video that they got from inside the home, like they had an in-home camera. And on this video, it showed Carly after she...
What if she shows it?
Allegedly did this to her mother. And Carly was seen just
she does
walking
not.
through the house.
If you guys want me to do the reaction for that, because I have only seen clip bits of like on TikTok, but if we want to see it, well, you can't see it, but like the actual surveillance video, comment it down below and I can definitely do a reaction to that, so I can actually watch the whole thing, because I was going to watch it myself. I'm like, no, maybe I should watch it with you guys, so let me know down in the comments.
Normally playing with her dogs like nothing ever even happened. And also video from inside the house showed Carly moving around the house, hiding something behind her back.
All right, in between those 45 minutes, and this is, I think, for purposes of finding it, what was Carly doing on camera? Anything might seem behind her?
Aside from going back and getting the phone and begin texting, she appears to be singing to her dogs. Not really quite sure. The audio's not really clear about what she's doing, and then not long after that, the camera.
It appears she was aware of those cameras?
Yes, sir, because she had her hands concealed behind her back the entire time, in which she's believed to have the firearm.
This investigator also testified that after Carly allegedly used her mother's phone to text a friend saying that she had an emergency and she needed her to come over immediately. So she's texting a friend, oh my gosh,
I thought she was texting her stepfather, like if she was the mother.
emergency, come over, quick, hurry up, da 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 da. So the friend arrives at the house, and on the camera, the investigator says that Carly asks her friend, hey, have you ever seen a body before? And the friend goes, no. And so Carly then proceeded to show her friend her mom's body. Carly then apparently
I did not know that. Holy crap.
told this friend that she had 3 shots for her mom and she had 3 left for her stepdad. Literally in quotes,
But doesn't it?
she allegedly said 2 to the head, 1 to the chest.
And then she's got 3 more for her stepdad, 2 to the head, 1 to the chest.
The investigator also said that at this point, the friend went outside while Carly stayed in the house and waited for her stepfather to come home. At this proceeding, the judge did find probable cause for the charges against Carly to stand, and he also ordered a psych eval to be done on Carly to determine if she was competent to stand trial and to basically figure out where her mental state was during the incident. Now, Carly's lawyer tried to get Carly's bond reduced, but the judge said no. And I think that that is probably the safest thing for the community.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know what's going on with Carly. I know one thing. I think everybody that comes into the jail should not only have a drug test, but they should have a medication full
Yes.
full
Agreed.
profile pulled on everybody. See, that's
Agreed.
something that they don't test for. Some of these medications are very powerful and they can cause all different kinds of stuff, but that's not something that they test for. And it's probably not because Big Pharma kind of, is in with everything and, it's a multi-billion-dollar business. But anyways, the judge said no about the bond. And I think that that is good for now because they don't even know what happened with her. They don't know if she's
So we have no
possessed.
motive?
They don't know if it's medication related, substance related. They don't know anything. So lowering the bond is not,
Gonna
in my
help.
opinion, the right thing to do for the community. And also, I don't know which one of her family members is wanting to bond her out and bring her home, but you're brave because, give it a little bit of time. Let's figure out what's going on
Shoulda gave
here
her no
first.
bond.
Totally. Most recently, in May of this year, Carly's lawyer has petitioned the court to keep cameras out of the courtroom. He feels that if the media is allowed in the courtroom, that Carly will not receive a fair trial. Now, the judge did not rule on this, though, because apparently the lawyer hadn't filed the required documents and filed a motion incorrectly. The judge was kind of ticked at him, too, because he had ordered for her to have this psych evaluation and her attorney still hadn't set it up yet.
Or the orders for mental
That's his
evaluation.
job.
Have you had a chance to review those?
No, sir, we have not, but our retained medical doctors have informed us that they are unable to complete their mental evaluations and testing until Carly is released from jail.
All right, well, that's not going to be necessarily true. All right, so here's the way we can do that. And I understand that that's one of
He's trying to play the system right there because there's no way that she's leaving the jail ever. There are doctors that can come into the jail facility to take care of this situation and so over like that. For him to say that, that's kind of wrong.
the concerns.
I'm not an
and it's
attorney.
certainly a concern, but we got two different things going on here. So I'm going to address what you said first, then I'm going to come back to the Mississippi State Hospital.
14.
She can be either evaluated in the jail, or if your psychiatrist or psychologist believes that she needs to come to his office, she can be transported by the court staff and deputy to his office for any evaluations. So her detention or incarceration
It's
will
not gonna
not
change.
prevent her from being evaluated. So
Agreed.
if you're sincere about wanting her evaluated by someone of your own choosing, then you need to make yourself available for that, because as they say, the dog won't hunt going forward, because we will accommodate her being evaluated by your expert. Now, the second thing is the orders MEC 49 and 50 I want you to go back and look at those today, because both of those, MEC 49 is the order for mental evaluation for competence to stand trial. And the second page of that order specifically requires the defense counsel to promptly prepare and furnish to the examining mental health expert the following. And then once you do that, you're required by order of the court to file a certificate of
I'm not gonna lie, I almost feel a little bit sorry for her, but the only thing that doesn't make me a complete full sorry is because she hunted her mom. It's not like she did this because her mom was abusive towards her. She told her friend to come over to look at the deceased person. So that's what really gets me. I see her right now and I'm like, oh man, like her life is ruined and she can't go to prom, can't drive a car, can't get married, have kids. But she did it to herself. You can't tell me mentally she didn't comprehend. Like, that's why I tell my kids, I'm like, you do the time, burglary, murder, you do all this stuff, you're going to be in a jail cell. And always tell them the size of my room, cut in half. That's what your room is going to look like for the rest of your life. Like, I'm almost trying to scare my kids into, I wouldn't say scare my kids, but I'm trying to make sure that my kids know what is right from wrong, what not to do. Don't speed, don't do the D word, don't do stupid things, be a good person and so forth like that. And my daughter is 13. She'll be 14 in July next year. And just for me to look at her and then look at this girl, I'm just like, holy cow. But again, all my stuff is locked under key, separated, not able to be accessed. There's no way you're going to be able to get any of that stuff and so forth. So it's just, yeah.
Compliance that you have done that. The state hospital can't begin until you've done that. The state of Mississippi has already done that. They've sent their material there, they filed their certificate, and this is obviously a most serious event. And while you certainly have a right to have a mental evaluation done, the state of Mississippi has a right to have the state hospital perform one as well. And I'm not going to allow you to obstruct that process. I'm not accusing you of obstruction. I'm just telling you right now we have non-compliance with my orders, all right?
Less than 4 weeks before this incident happened, Carly posted several pictures of the family's 2 dogs and 3 cats saying, "I love my animals." At this time, no motive has been released yet, but
I want to know.
I mean, you can just imagine especially for the stepdad.
Did her parents tell her no?
His whole entire life changed like that, and maybe he doesn't even know why. There are rumors on the internet that she was getting in trouble. The mom had taken her cell phone, which was why she had to use her mom's cell phone in order to text her friend. I don't know if any of that's true. I don't know if it's medication related. I don't know any of that. However, I do have a question. This other friend that came over, and Carly says to her, "Hey,
where is
have you
she?
ever seen a dead body?" And she's like, "No." And she's like, "Hey, come in here. You want to see?" And the friend just goes and sits outside. I got questions. A lot of questions.
Me too.
What did this friend do afterwards? They sit on the porch? Were they waiting? Did they questions?
I would have been the friend. I would have been called.
And questions
911.
about everything else. Rest in peace to her mom, Ashley Smylie, who obviously did not see this coming at all.
So with that being said, there is a part 2 to Carly Gregg. Maybe we find out the motive in there. I definitely would love to see the motive of why. I sure hope it's not because the mom took the cell phone, because you'll get it back. And it's just, I mean, there's been times that my parents took things from me. They took my car because I was not listening. I was dating somebody and they grounded me from my car. They've grounded me from toys and grounded me from going to school dances and so forth. But I never once ever thought about doing anything to my parents because I knew I was the one that caused it. So, oh man. If you guys want part 2, let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, go over to Christina Randall, give her some love. And with that being said, please take care, be safe. As always, keep nerding on, and we'll see you guys in the next video.